We've all got whips that we have let hibernate a little too long, but I don't know that anybody has more than me. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you all the unfinished whips that I have from 2023 and beyond. Hey, welcome. My name is Akia and I am the ethereal, what am I today? I am the ethereal excellence behind Dr. Charlie Untangled. I am a maker, a designer, a craftivist, and a biomedical engineering PhD from the south side of Chicago. Ew, hey. Welcome back. So it's the holidays. Things are somehow simultaneously speeding up and winding down, if you know what I mean, for those of us who work like regular people 9-to-5 jobs. And since developing this YouTube channel, it has just been taking a lot out of me. You know, I want to provide like good quality content with energy and editing and, you know, fun things that happen on screen and keep people interested. But I know literally nothing, literally zero before this about video editing and audio and all kinds of other stuff. Literally unplugged my fridge to get the sound quality to be better this time. Y'all let me know how we do, okay? But yes, this is a passion project of mine. I have been wanting to do YouTube for a long time, but I just had not had the nerve to start. So since starting, going on this adventure, it's been a labor of love, but it has been labor, okay? Do not ask me to turn this camera around to look at the rest of my home. That's none of your business. Look at these beautiful plants and my Christmas tree that I set up but did not decorate. That's all we're looking at today. So yeah, I have a lot of opportunity for growth and learning and stuff still. So I'm just taking some time to like think through how I can make my videos better. So in the meantime, today, girl, we're just gonna have some chatty McChat time to talk about all the whips that I am working on / not working on because of previous said YouTube exploration. And I feel like we all have been there where we all have whips that we abandon for one reason or the other. But I feel like personally, I have the creative attention span of a rodent. I'm like, ooh, sweater. Ooh, cowl. Ooh, Sophie scarf. Ooh, another sweater. Ooh, I can finish this by next Thursday. Girl, no, you can't. So that means that I have a lot of unfinished things. But I love them all and I want to finish them all. So we're going to talk about where they are with their statuses, how I'm feeling about them, what would really get me over the hump to finish them. And, you know, hopefully this video will reinvigorate me to like get these things done and kick them out to wrap up 2023. Because I know, you know, towards the end of the year and the beginning of the next, everybody does like a stack of sweaters. What I finished in 2023, like, and I don't be finishing a sweater every month or 2 sweaters a month or some wild number that folks do. And if you do, like, bravo for you. But that's not my ministry. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. But first, before I jump into the whips, I know you like my hat, right? Yes, I know you do. Well, this pattern is called SantaHatforSickleCell, and I just published this pattern live on my website and on Ravelry, if that's more your jam. This hat specifically, I published in honor of recent huge news about sickle cell disease. Recently, December 8th, the FDA finally approved 2 new cell-based gene therapies to treat sickle cell disease, one of which using CRISPR-Cas9 technology that won Nobel Prize for the inventors. That has been the sexiest science basically since I started grad school, and to now see that it has come to market to be able to treat some, you know, folks with sickle cell disease it's a really big deal. So took this opportunity in order to celebrate that, to keep the ball rolling, and publish this pattern to provide an opportunity to donate to a good cause. So all proceeds from the purchase of this hat pattern, Santa Hat for Sickle Cell, between now, whenever you're watching this, and December 31st, 2023, will be donated to the Sickle Cell Disease Association of Illinois. So opportunity to get a cool, cute pattern for the holidays and support an excellent cause and help some folks out, you know, and their families that are struggling with sickle cell disease. I just got a message from a woman named Daikita Robinson. She told me about her baby girl, 6-year-old Olivia, who has sickle cell disease and also ADHD and autism, and the challenges that she's going through with, you know, always getting sick and having challenges with her hearing and being in pain and having to explain to her like what's happening when they're sticking her, and, you know, just generally not feeling well. And as she's getting older, sickle cell disease continuing to like really impact her life and her family's lives. But she also talked about how Olivia is such a sweet girl and she loves her brothers and they help her, you know, to kind of navigate her managing her sickle cell disease, and just really trying to understand, like, you know, the things that she and her family are going through. So thank you, Daikita, for sharing your story about you and little Livy. This is the reason why I do stuff like this. This is what craftivism is all about, is finding opportunities to use your craft to say something important. And particularly because sickle cell disease in the US mostly impacts people of African descent. And it's one of the things that my lab at Georgia Tech studied quite extensively. It's always one of those things that's on my mind and on my heart. So this was a perfect opportunity to publish a pattern for a purpose. So like I said, check out my blog and get some more information about that and support a good cause. Okay, also before we jump into the whips, as I promised, wanted to talk about my finished object. So before we get into things I didn't finish, let's talk about one thing I did finish, which is my Abrazo Slipover by Kadri. I wore this beautiful number in my last video and on Thanksgiving, and this was such a fun knit. It really was. I have not used like US 17 needles to do anything in a long time, so this was really fun and a fun way to like quickly work this up. So little story time. I was working on the Sunday Shrug by Jackie Rose and had gotten like, I don't know, like halfway through, maybe more, and had tried it on. I even incorporated some shaping in the shoulders, reminiscent of her cinch shawl. When I tried it on, I still just didn't like it. Like, it just did not drape very nicely over my shoulders. I think the issue was that I just needed a larger cast on number. Like, I have broad shoulders. I like to show them off, but I still like, you know, if I'm going to show them off, I want things to be drapey and not look like I'm in a very beautiful sausage casing, you know. It was giving bratwurst, and I just didn't love it. And so I put a poll up on Instagram and was like, hey y'all, so I don't like how this fits on me. What should I do? Like, I found this other pattern. What do y'all think? And overwhelmingly everybody was like, girl, do it, switch it up, switch over to the Slipover. So I did that, and I'm very glad that I did, because it, like I said, it turned out beautifully, and I got to wear it on Thanksgiving and style it in like an effortless, you know, giving like Black Girl in the Woods vibes, you know, but like not too much, you know, Black Girl in the Woods with places to go, you know. So that was really fun, and I'm glad that I did it. And it really is just like another confirmation that there are no knitting police. Like, the Sunday Shrug is a beautiful pattern and it looks wonderful on a lot of people, but that particular version that I had made did not look good on me, and I needed to pivot. And it's okay to pivot if you don't like the thing you're making. You're not like beholden to any particular pattern or like have to finish a project unless you have some kind of contract with somebody. So that's the story of the Slipover. Okay, now let's jump into these whips. All right, we're not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to start maybe the smallest one first. Okay, so I showed this last time in like as an example of project bags. This is a project bag by Beautiful Sister. It has these cute little cacti on it. I love it. It's the best. Inside this bag is a Sophie scarf. Now, I have seen Sophie scarves everywhere. I forget when I started this, at some point this year, but I saw Sophie scarves everywhere, and I'm just not one of those people that like wears cute little scarves around their neck. Like, I'm short and I'm on the thick side. I don't need no scarf around my neck like that, you know, but I do wear scarves in my hair. So in order to do that, again, as a Black woman, scarves in my hair and certain fiber types do not mix. So when I was at YarnCon earlier this year, I got this beautiful yarn. I forget what it's called. It is called Song of the Sirens. That's the colorway, by Treasure Goddess Yarn. And it is 100% grade A mulberry silk. So us black girls know that we love a good silk scarf to cover our hair. And I thought this was so pretty and a cool opportunity to knit myself a scarf that still worked with my hair. And I know this is a pile of nothing here, but let me just, so this is fingering weight yarn that I'm holding double to get gauge. And this is how far I've gotten. Okay, yeah. So I'm like just at the point where I made the small version, and I'm just at the point where I'm starting the decreases down to the other end. So I don't have far to go. I'm about halfway done, but I don't know, it's just something about like getting into the middle that I just kind of like got distracted. I don't know. Also, these are my clover needles. Like I said, I wasn't kidding. These clover needles are really good. And another thing, see, the things I tell you I use. This, I don't even know what finger this fits on, but this is a row counter ring that I'm using to keep up with which row needs the decreases that I just threw in this project bag because it made the most sense for this project. Okay, that's the first one. This is gonna be a long list, so strap in. I hope y'all got something nice to drink. I need to probably find mine, get some water. Okay, this will be a quick one. I am making some hats for Michelle Costa of 144 Stitches and Go Sadie and a myriad of her other businesses, but I'm making some hats for her. This is like the third one out of the 4 that I need to make for her. This is, what yarn is this? I believe this is Blue Sky Fibers. Yes, this is Blue Sky Fibers. Blue Sky Fibers, Aran weight, in the colorway Ocean Deep, which is a really deep, beautiful blue. I'm not really typically a blue knitter, but some blues get me, and these were one of the ones. The set that she gave me were some of the ones that got me, so I'm very excited about this. It's perfect work knitting that I can do at work. I don't have to think about it. I just have to rib and then knit stockinette, and then I can, go on with my life and my business and still pay attention at work and give my hands something to do. Also, this features a cutest little stitch marker that I got from Jamie at M1 Yarns. Thank you, Jamie. I use these in everything. It says handmade. How cute. So I'm making some of these, and I actually will finish these. I am deadline driven, but I hate deadlines. So unfortunately, the only things in my life that get done have deadlines. Oh well. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, what's next? So in my Rhinebeck video, I talked about how I had started in the the game of Is It Caked. I started the Ahsoka slipover. I'm in a slipover mood, okay? I feel like I'm gonna have to do a video just on slipovers and vests that I feel like we all need to jump on, because it's one of those things where you like it or you don't. And I feel like I was in the don't category for like 31.5 years of life. And then at 32, something hit me like, girl, put a slipover on, see how it do. So I'm in slipover mode. But like I said, since that video, I have not touched this thing. Okay, that's not true. I felt on it a little bit, but this is, okay, some yarn barf happening here. Let's shake this out. I made a little bit of progress on the one side and then started working on the underside, because remember, this has got a curtain opening basically to the slipover. So it's gonna like open like this in the front. So you work on the top layer and then you work on the bottom layer and then connect them. So it's gonna be a little thick up here, I realized, basically based on construction when I do the neck, that I'm gonna have to like get through like 2 layers of fabric to make the collar, but it looks nice enough in the sample, so I feel like it should be fine. But yeah, I've made some progress on the front of the body since you saw it last. But since I finished this like left panel, since I finished this left panel, I haven't really been able to dive too deep on it. But I love it, and I still love this yarn, and I still want this pattern like ASAP, so I'm gonna get back to it, I promise. And I finally get to use my little Boss Interior bag. She's been a fun addition to the collection. Okay, so that's 3. Okay, So let's look at the infamous Golden Girls bag from the Sexy Knitter and look to see what's in this one. Okay, don't judge me, y'all. This is a safe space, right? So I started a So Summer shirt by Jessie May. Love Jessie May. She's a Chicago native. She is a beautiful woman and she makes amazing patterns with intricate details and like so well thought out like pieces. Like I can't say enough good things about her. Hey girl, love ya. So started the So Summer shirt, don't judge me, in 2021. And that's the second time I cast it on. I think, what was this, August of 2021? And I don't even remember the last time I worked on it. I don't remember. I have no idea. I don't remember the last time I worked on it. But I love this pattern and I love this yarn when I bought it. So if you can't tell, which I know you know by now, green is my favorite color. It's everywhere. In my holiday, even in my holiday Beyonce sweatshirt, you know, getting into the holiday spirit, I still love green. Green is my jam. So, you know, I wanted more t-shirts, like knitted t-shirts at the time. And so I started this. She's very wrinkled because she's been in a bag for a long time. But I got this yarn. So this black yarn is from Ken Yarn, his Mean Girls series. And this is called Your Mom's Chest Hair. And I just died cackling at that name and was like, yes, I need this. Also, it's hard to find a true like deep black yarn sometimes. So I thought this was a perfect get. And this beautiful green, almost camouflage yarn, it's so interesting looking. This is from Unlikely Fox Fibers, and it's called 10 of Pentacles. And I fell in love. It's something about this eerie green that's got black in it that like I felt went really well with Your Mom's Chest Hair. And something about it that I was just like, yes, I need this in a shirt. So I made this So Summer shirt and I got really far. Like, it's bottom up. So the bottom is done all the way up. The back is done. These are literally holding the front. I'm working on the ooh, goodness gracious. I'm working on the front pieces that I will then eventually seam to the back. And then all I have to do is add sleeves. And I want to add a pocket to match the green color, maybe here. And I'm like almost done, but like it literally is just, I don't know what it is about being near the end of something where I just immediately just can't go on any longer. I don't know why. So this has been in a bag for a long time. Also, I think this was my first foray into fingering weight garment knitting, and I think I was just a little tired because I flew through the rest of this and it has just been hibernating since then. So again, don't judge me, y'all, but like I love this piece and I will finish it. It will happen. I just, you know, have to get back around to it. Number 5. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. This I've restarted 100 times, like no less than 100 times. This is, I haven't gotten very far since I started it for hopefully the last time, but this is the beginnings of the Out of Their League dress by aka Shayna K. Salmon. And I fell in love with that dress pattern when she came out with it. I love it. I want to make a sparkly New Year's Eve version. But in the summertime, I really wanted a long cotton dress. And so I'm like, oh, I could use this pattern and adapt it a little bit so that it had a slit in the front instead of on the sides. So it'd be just like that, but in the front and just long, you know, like a midi length dress. And again, because I'm short, like midi length on me is like knee length on the rest of y'all. So this still shouldn't take that long or that much yarn. And I have so many of these tiny little balls because I tried other patterns with this yarn. I tried other dress patterns and it just wasn't hitting. It just didn't give me, it wasn't giving what it needs to give, you know? So here we are. I came back to this pattern and was like, okay, I think I might be able to do this one. This is another Blue Sky Fiber yarn, their organic worsted cotton that I got from Nina Chicago. Shout out to Hillary. Hey girl, hey. And this is the colorway, what is it called? bay leaf. So let's just talk about this green, because how adorable is this? It's like the best of the neutrals, you know, of a green. It's like almost brown, but it's just giving like natural green realness, you know? It's not too bright, but it's enough of a color where it's like, I don't know, it's just better than just like a black dress or whatever. It just gives a little bit more oomph, but it's still not so much that it's like, ooh, that's a hot pink dress, you know? I just love this color so much, and I think it will really work well into like my everyday staple. It's gonna be a gorgeous dress. Once I get more than 3 inches of the bottom hem, I promise you it's gonna be a very cute dress. And I got cute little green stitch markers in here. I think these ones are from Hello Lavender. I love her work. She makes the coolest little floral stitch markers and project keepers, and I couldn't say no. All right. So that's number 5. In another beautiful sister bag, this one is a little larger and has a handle. How nifty. And it's got little garden gnomes, and some of them are ethnic, and I just thought that was so nice. Some ethnic gnomes watering their plants and having a good old time. So that was number 5. Ooh, let's get into these. Okay. This is just my like little PSA to say project bags can come from anywhere. This was a very adorable little alien bag that I found at Target, and I don't know what it was originally for, but it screamed project bag to me. So, and it was $10, and I'm like, put it in the cart. Y'all know how I do. So in here we have a project that I started this summer. Ooh, let me get my life together here. Again, it is wrinkled because she's been in here a while, okay? But this is the Totally Tank Top pattern, also by Jessie May. And it's like a top down. So basically you start in the back with this back, the center, it's like a halter in the back. So you start with the back panel, and then you attach the straps, and then work over to the front, and then make the front, and then attach the body. Like attach in the round to start working on the body, attach the back and front, and then you keep going. So again, I was on a roll. I was getting through the stitches, but then it's something about just a sea of stockinette. I got down to the body, and it was like, knit this fingering weight yarn on these size US 4 needles in plain stockinette stitch for 8 inches, and I instantly was like, ugh. I love stockinette so much, but when it comes down to it, when the rubber meets the road, I struggle to stay engaged when I have to knit a sea of stockinette. I just can't do it. I don't know, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all like stockinette? Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite stitch pattern in like a basic project? So yes, and this is the yarn recommended in the pattern. It's the Ritual Dyes Undine Forsythia. I don't think I'm saying that right, but yeah. I thought it was a beautiful golden kind of yellowy, y'all know, next to green. This is my next jam. So it was all over this, but she's still in progress. But she's cute enough that you can like throw it in your purse. So I did all summer. I promise you, all summer. I had this in my purse, and I would bust it out like at the dentist, or you know, here and there, or waiting for someone, or waiting for food or something. I would just bust this out and get like a couple stitches in. I was gonna say a couple rounds, but that's not how that works for me with US 4 needles on fingering weight yarn. So yeah, no. But again, I promise it's gonna get done. Like for realsies. What number are we on? Is that 6? Yes, 6. Okay, number 7. This is a bag. It's one of my favorite bags. My grandmother, who taught me how to crochet, my maternal grandmother, she loved sunflowers. And so every time I see sunflowers, I think of her. And I got this bag from Stitched Below. I talked about her in my last video. Again, I be practicing the things that I preach, y'all. Buy some bags from her. So this bag and this project actually match really well. So inside this beautiful bag is a project that I'm really excited about that I started. When did I start this? I don't know, but at some point in like 2022. I started this in 2022. This is called the Elm Street Hoodie by my buddy Chase Harpole. I think that's how you say his last name, but my buddy Chase, check him out on Instagram, makes like, it's a very cool, very beautiful pattern, and it's unisex, and I love an androgynous moment. Like, I love something for everybody, you know? So I wanted to make his pattern, and this is all So basically this is bottom up. If you can't tell, this is the bottom. And it's got 3 colors. Again, I am nothing but consistent, okay? I am nothing if not consistent. Like, the color palette is there, okay? This is all Sorella yarn. I know this one is called Ivy because I have so much of it at this point. Every time I thought about it, I bought more. Like, I really went through a phase of just buying up every yarn Sorella had over there down at the shop. So this is all different colorways of Sorella yarn. And again, it's just the sea of stockinette. I think I got to the point where, because I wanted to make mine a little bit more cropped, I think his is also cropped, but like looking at the pattern, I was trying to think about like my tiny torso, so I think mine is a little bit more cropped, but I was trying to do back and forth stockinette. Again, I feel like that's my knitting kryptonite, is a sea of stockinette. I really think it is. So I'm just working on the body still, haven't even got to the sleeves. And I was concerned because I'm like, oh, do I like this color family? Should I have done a different like organization of it? Should it have been a yellow with a green stripe? I'm like, no, it's not that. I love the stripes. I love the kind of collegiate kind of vibe that it gives. Like, I don't know what school's colors these are, but go y'all. I love it. It's just the stockinette. I really feel like it's the stockinette. And I was doing this cool thing where I had started using spiral knitting to like travel with multiple balls of yarn so that I could alternate skeins and not have color pooling. So it was really interesting for the in the round part, but now it's just like do 2 rows in one ball and do 2 rows in the next ball. I don't know. It's not the pattern. It's just the stockinette. But I love it and I will finish it because I want to support my friend and it's a beautiful pattern. And I want a hoodie. I want a knitted hoodie. That is on my bucket list. Like my knitting bucket list is a hoodie. So it's happening. It's just very slow. That's why they call it slow fashion. I epitomize that. So that's number 7. Number 8 also uses Sorella yarn. This is the colorway called Bear. I forget what release cluster this was in, but I really liked this cool like yellowy kind of champagne color. And so I wanted to make a Wrap Me Up sweater by Knititude. Love her patterns. And I thought this would be a perfect colorway to use as like, I don't know why I'm like making all this stuff for New Year's Eve. I don't do nothing on New Year's. Why am I knitting all this stuff for places I'm not going? You know what, that's a problem to solve for a different day. But in my head, this is gonna be like the best like wraparound for that knitted out of their league dress or something to like wrap around it so it could be warm. But I got really far. I'm like maybe halfway through. Like it's just 1 by 1 and then you split and then it's a sea of stockinette again, which I love the look of, but just knitting it's just a challenge for me. The problem here though is that I don't think I'm in love with this color for this project anymore. So I think I'm gonna have to frog it, but I still love this beautiful like soft golden yarn. I don't know what it is. It's like a yellowy brown. Y'all know how I feel about neutrals. So love it, but I think I'm gonna frog this one actually. And this project is being housed in a Black Pearl Magic bag. I don't remember when I got this, but I loved this little kind of galaxy theme and thought this was the cutest little bag. So here we are. Okay, I gotta wrap this up because it's getting dark like in front of my face. So the second to last thing is a project I started not too long ago, the end of summer this year. So we're getting close, and it's actually a crochet project. So it is the Vesuvius Tee by Sandra of Nomad Stitches. I got this beautiful yarn that was gifted to me from Universal Yarns. It's their Color Pop Sock bamboo yarn. I forget what the exact mix is, but it's like a mix of, I think, cotton and bamboo. So I was like, oh, perfect summer tee fiber. And this was so fun. I don't think I've made a crochet t-shirt before. I don't think I made a t-shirt knit or crochet. So this was my first kind of like dive into that. And if you look at the back, again, these are wrinkled because I haven't touched them. I'm so sorry. Maybe I should have steamed them first. But there's this really, really beautiful construction on the shoulders, like in the back that you can see. It's so pretty. And I was concerned because this yarn is a little slubby. I was concerned that you wouldn't really be able to see the stitch pattern very well, but I think it's coming out beautifully. I don't know, what do y'all think? This is the back. Let me adjust it so it looks like a real garment, but this is the back, and it's this like 4-row repeat with cluster stitches that I think is like really beautiful. And this is the front. Like, it's just a very nice white tee. I'm gonna have to wear a bib because I'm gonna spill all over it, but I think it's really, really pretty. So I think I just got, because again, it was the end of summer, things were picking back up, especially at work, and I just kind of got a little distracted. And then I was going to Rhinebeck, so I was like, I gotta get my life in order. So yes, I have to come back to this because she's beautiful. The yarn is gorgeous. It's like stretchy and drapey. It's gonna be beautiful when I finish it. And this project is being held in this Shroot Farms bag that I got from a vendor at YarnCon, also this year, called Darn Yarn. I think MN, Minnesota, right? I think that's what MN stands for. Help me, geography people. But yes, I thought it was so funny and cute. No one wanted it. Why? It's so beautiful. I bought like all the bags she had with this fabric. Love this. Check her out. She's really sweet. Let me put the project back in here. Okay, last thing, because it's literally getting dark. It's literally gonna be dark. This is the thing I hate about winter, is that you just look up, you're like, oh, the daytime. Oh no, it's not. It's getting dark. Wait, don't leave yet. So for this last project, let's just talk about this for a bit. Now, I published the knit BLM Bogolon scarf pattern in 2020, and then immediately started on the crochet version right after that, and just never finished it. Like literally, like it's long and gorgeous and beautiful, just like my other knit pattern, but like, oh, it's backwards. Hold on. Like, look at this. It's beautiful. Are you serious right now? Like, obviously I love pom-poms. That's kind of my jam. But like, look how gorgeous she is. Look, and like the beautiful, color work. So this is crochet and tarsia. The whole thing is crochet and tarsia. The mud cloth pattern, the BLM lettering over here. It's beautiful, and it was so fun to do. It just took forever. I don't know why. Like literally, like I'm at the end. But just trying to get this done has just been the hardest thing. But it's happening this year. It's happening in 2023. And you know why? Because exclusive announcement, I am doing a make-along for Black History Month where I will be featuring the knit and crochet version of this BLM Bogolon scarf. So be on the lookout. I'm still working on the details for it, but be on the lookout for that make-along. Get your patterns when they come out. I promise it will be soon. I'm so close. So I'll be dropping more details about the yarn to get and who you can support and all of those details, and we'll be specifically talking about craftivism. If you can't tell, that's like a big theme of today. So yes, be on the lookout for that. But that's it. That's all I've got. I gotta go. I got things to do today, apparently in the dark, but this has been so fun to just be able to chat with you. Definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe here on YouTube and tap that bell to get notified of when I drop a new video. And thanks for watching. I'm glad y'all are here, and I hope you come back. Till next time, bye.